These are hands down the best open ear headphones that I've ever tested.
Do you mind if I call you on FaceTime? On the West Coast, so it's late night. I'ma make time if you make time. I'ma make time if you make time. I just wanna see the top with you. I just wanna be in the drop with you. I just wanna spin the block with you. I just wanna spend some nights with you.
Oladance sent these out and they wanted me to do a transparent review after an extended amount of time. I love companies that ask for actual true feedback. I wanted to shout them out because that's not always the case. Now, as you all know on my channel, I always focus on a consumer-friendly, very transparent video, and that's even when I need to point out personal biases on my own part. In regards to these, I had very high expectations on these. My thoughts going into this review was the OWS 2s were so good, these have to be great to be considered a pro version, and so they were met with higher scrutiny than average. So keep that in mind as we work through the review because it's going to provide color on the feedback that I'm sharing on these. Spoiler alert, these did not disappoint. The bar was high and they still showed up to the table with a lot to offer. So I'll tell you now, even at the $229 price, I recommend them. But now I will explain why throughout the rest of this video while discussing the features and the drawbacks. The charging case has 58 hours of total battery life, and only 15 minutes of charging provides you with 6 hours of playtime. The Oladance Pros, of course, are inside the box as well. They have individually 16 hours of battery life themselves, and that's going to be based on how you use them, volume, etc. It also comes with a USB-C charging cable, a brand card, and a user guide. The sound positioning design on the Pros direct sound directly into your ear canal. They are built with 2 speakers and a membrane structure that increases sound pressure, which allows them to create a 360-degree spatial sound and deeper bass than you ever would be used to on an open-ear headphone. The ear hook allows them to sit very lightly on top of your ear while wrapping around it for a gentle, skin-friendly placement. This next portion, going over the design elements, is probably half of the asking price of $229 for these Oladance Pros. It's a lot of technology that Oladance has poured into these in regards to the design, the sound distribution, and safety measures that put these kind of on the top. The Pros are made with flexible memory titanium wire, forming a 3-point arc support structure that allows compatibility with different ear shapes and sizes. Now, my son, who's a high-level cross-country runner, wears these during his workouts, but also before basketball practice and games. I've worn these while working out on the treadmill, at basketball practice and pre-practice shooting, etc. They fit well on both my ears as an adult and his as a young teenager. Hearing protection mode is a patented technology that recreates the human ossicles, which sit in the middle ear and allow sound to pass through and be perceived at the cochlea. It monitors the sound energy of various frequencies every 100 milliseconds through an algorithm to limit them to a range the auditory nerves can handle. This isn't a guaranteed safety net, but it will reduce the opportunity of hearing damage. Now, intelligent anti-leak technology suppresses sound leakage, working to provide a private listening experience. Open ear headphones have the highest chance of someone hearing your audio, so Oladance Pros actively work against this and try to provide you with privacy. Each pair of Pros has 6 microphones in total to actively cancel out external sound waves and accentuate human voices from environmental sounds to allow a clear call even in strong winds.
A book I'm reading is called Babel Haven. It's about mystical creatures such as dragons, golems, and it's centered around 2 children, a boy and a girl who are siblings who are with their grandparents and learning about this mystical world.
An acoustic optimization EQ focuses on providing even sound at different frequencies actively across different environments like inside, outside, etc. So one of the things you're going to see throughout this review is that Oladance continues to add a lot of technology and actively work toward the sound that they want in these earbuds. It's not just the physical aspects of it. Let me put the best possible, physical hardware in it. But no, they meet that physical hardware with software, which the culmination of the two is what produces the overall sound quality. Second generation bass algorithm enhances low frequencies, improving bass response. This is a big accomplishment for open ear headphones. 2 speakers in each earphone doubles down the sound pressure and the bass and reduces higher unwanted, unflattering frequencies that can sometimes plague open ear headphones. There's 2 separate chips to drive the sound quality for the pros, one driving the sound individually and one a dedicated amplifier chip to improve volume levels. The 2 combined provide cleaner audio with no distortion. They have Bluetooth 5.3 that adds the most stable signal transfer, limiting interference and allowing for multiple device connections. Focus mode is their patented noise screening or canceling technology, removing environmental sounds. Solo mode means you don't have to bring the case along with you in order for these to work. They have an embedded power switch and can be completely controlled independently without the need for either the case or app to function fully. There are 3 default sound profiles: self-titled, default, surging bass, and pure voice. You can also customize a 4th EQ under a custom profile. My favorite is surging bass, and if you have tried open ear headphones before, trust me when I say there is a tangible and perceivable bass that you can feel with these. It's really measured, punchy, and clean, not overbearing, but actually present. It's not over the top, but it's there. The sound mix is nice and well balanced. Now, in my listening, I did not come across any harsh signatures. The sound is balanced, it's decently warm, and overall a great listening experience. I do want to point out that the pure voice is designed around media that is talking, like a podcast, an audible audiobook, or something of that nature. It lowers the mids and the low frequencies and focuses specifically on the voice. If you select this while listening to music, you will have a brighter, airy sound and sometimes see harsh frequency ranges due to removing the lows and the mids from the mix. I don't see this as a downside, but it is a specific use case for vocal audio. Overall, the sound on these are worth the asking price. Open ear headphones have had a renaissance in 2023, but I believe Oladance is leading the charge with all of the passive technology-driven features, enabling a really good listening experience here. A few good examples of the sound mixes are Trey Songz's fumble at the 45-second to 1-minute mark, where we're crescendoing to the first chorus. The mix is so balanced, and the prolonged bass as the chorus hits is well placed, while Trey's voice stays forward and well balanced. That's a really good example there. And Chris Stapleton's Fire Away at the 2-minute and 53-second mark, when he and his wife are harmonizing the most emotionally charged Fire Away of the song. You can hear them both in harmony, clear. The instruments, because they played live, is a little more forward, but you still have a great balance between all of it. Now, Prince, I Would Die For You at 1:26, the 1-minute and 26-second mark, it's a pleasure. This is one of the best 360 spatial examples I can share. Despite your opinion of the greatest musician of all time, and Prince, I mean that, this verse has live instruments playing, a drum machine, Prince and the Revolution harmonizing, and all at once you can hear the voices and electronic elements enveloping you in 360 sound. Like, I challenge you to sit still when you hit that moment of the song wearing these. Overall, I highly recommend these. So even with my earlier on statement of bias, these still delivered. They showed up and they showed out. So if you're dying to know, yes, I do think these are better than the OWS 2s, but it's not as black and white as you think. I think it's gonna come down to your use case and how you're going to use these. If you're new to the channel, consider joining the Cozy Coalition and subscribing. And if you like this video review, go ahead and check out this video here, which is on the OWS 2s. But thanks for stopping by, and as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
You don't know my name, no